Hello, everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming 3. SpeedGaming 2, right? And today we've got another match of the Lincoln Randomizer Open League here. We are in playoffs. This is the wildcard round here. We have ourselves Blue Trinexx group versus FenceDashers. I'm Star. I'll be one of your two commentators today. I'll be joined by Esper Hub, who is currently having a few technical issues that will hopefully be soon resolved. And we've got ourselves four runners here. We've got TT Chaos and Titos on the left versus Scorpios Rad and Cucks on the right. This is game 2 in the best of 3 series. We are Blue Trinexx group took game 1. So FenceDashers is looking to take game 2 in order to force a game 3 here to potentially move on to the next round of playoffs. We are in co-op veterans, so as you can see, they start with a sword. This is co-op, so the two runners from each pair of runners is in a voice call together, and they will be sharing information about where they find items. It is retro, so small keys are universal. You can buy them in shops. You can find there are going to be a certain amount in the item pool, the current exact amount I'm forgetting. There will also be some take any entrances, replacing some of those in the vanilla, with a sword and some heart containers, and it's also entrance random. You've got a heart piece in the sink and a bottle in Link's house. Link's house entrance is vanilla. The sink is at the useless fairy today. And we have immediate evidence here. Let's see, Cuts and TT both save quitting the sink. HUD is heading for the Uncle drop down, and Titos is gonna go over to check the Witch Hut entrance. King's Tomb here in the Harrow Castle main entrance gives us a second bottle, okay. Get a Houlihan from TT. Cucks is making his way over towards the Lumberjack area. Witch Hut is Harrow Castle left. And let's see, entrance here for HUD is a vanilla uncle. We're going to get a friend of escape immediately from Titos. We have powder for HUD. The Limas that Titos just got, and that's a shop with a key in it there for Cucks. Big Key to Desert on the Uncle. Big Key Sanity is on as well. This is something I forgot to mention with this mode. I believe it's that magic bat there, the Lumberjack. I can't remember. Somebody dropped down, so it doesn't help. There's 10 million things going on. Let's see. Race game, I missed. Light World Archery, I missed. Race game right is Spiral Cave. That's a rod of some sort on the ice island, but I didn't catch which. Crawling Brothers is for HUD. I have no clue where that is, and we're continuing in front of Escape for Titos. TR Bridge for HUD. We've got Desert back at the library, and a big key to TR on the Lost Woods there for Cucks. Desert left for TT is in CAC here. Right, Crawling Brothers went from north of Lake Hylia to TR Bridge, and the shop here just north of the lake is the front of Thief Town. Bomb Hut entrance for TT is I think it's Super Bunny Cave. And we've got Pod for Cucks. I have no clue where that is. Mirror in the front of Thieves is a good find for HUD. And let's see. Back of Escape, Compass, 300 rupees, and a heart piece. Not much there. Oh, actually, Cucks Pod was in the entrance north of CAC. Fortune. And Fire Out on Lake Island. Thank you, chat. And Magic Bat of the Lumberjack. Thank you, chat. Titos is going to find the couple entrances here just north of Lake Hylia. I am finally joined by my co-com. Hi, Esper. Did I hear you?
Thank you very much for having me today. Today they don't want me to commentate apparently.
Yeah, Discord being stupid. Here's my absolute chaos of a note sheet so you have some idea of what I've managed to write down so far. Bomb Shop is in CAC, okay. I did totally miss the magic bat drop down there for TT, and here's the bottom of Spiral K for Ahad. TR and Ice Palace are red crystals for Kux. And, big key for Ahad.
Got a big key, is it? It's going to be big key for Ice Palace. Not in home
It's
right now about.
questionable.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a questionable use. I don't know if you're going to run an entrance tracker, but I'm terrible at that, so I've just been running an outspeed for it. Bottom Spec Rock took us over to just south of pod there. Tito's finding in front of Thieves now. He just left it. Never mind. Okay.
Oh, he's just gonna do a blind drop. He's just gonna get only 3 bombs out of it, but that's gonna be very useful. We're gonna need those bombs.
Yeah. No sign of Ganon, I don't think. Though I just thought the Uncle dropped down. Oh, not the bat drop down was evenly. I also didn't catch how HUD just got to the Dark World Archery game. Tito's making use of that mirror to go check the Mimic Cave entrance, which has brewery and a compass to desert of questionable usefulness. Get in the woods. Thank you, chat. K45 entrance is one of our K-Candies. Gonna get a heart container here for a HUD. And we're on Death Mountain for Cux. I know what that is. I believe this is pod for TT if I've been keeping track. Yep, okay. And I saw K for Cux. Just that container. Yeah, so far, Esper, we've seen a collection of assorted dungeons. We've seen both the front and back of Desert. We've seen one entrance to Harrow Castle. We've seen Thieves Town and Pod. A couple of big keys. Not a ton of items so far. Yeah, the status of things.
That sounds like pretty standard for re-entrances, so... But, able to locating the dungeons very early can help out our runners. This re-entrances is one of those things where if you're not accustomed to entrance shuffles, it can just flip you on its head.
Yeah. Pipe Cave, by the way, for Tito's in on Death Mountain there has our 3rd or 4 bottles already, Kate. Sure. But yes, retchins can be quite complicated. And what, sorry?
I'll say big key to Totorock, so we already gotten that one, correct?
Yeah, we saw that earlier. We have so far seen the Desert Big on Uncle, which is vanilla. We saw the Ice Palace Big Key, which is in Spack Rock, and I think that was somewhere in CAC. And the TR Big was in Lost Woods, yeah. Haven't seen TR itself yet.
I believe Titos is already going through one of these dark rooms, hoping to find the exit to bring him to another area, but feels like if you're able to get into Death Mountain right side, I mean, feels like you got most of the areas you want to try to get to.
Haven't seen a Meyer area connector yet.
Oh, that is true.
Does come out. We've only found one or we haven't found much in the way of Dark World connectors so far. We've got one near the pod area. We've got one that dumped us out at Dark World Archery, but not perhaps the greatest. Oh, okay. There's bottle percent knowledge, I guess. Desert Ledge is our final one. Sure, game. We got all the bottles and not much else. We know there is a fire rod on the lake, by the way, according to chat. I know it's definitely a rod, just not sure which. I
We do get
realize
a
as I
flute
say
and a
that
treasure game.
a rod is one of our runners. HUD for short.
Rod did pick up a flute. What was wait, no.
Where did HUD get that flute? I did not catch it, chat.
Yeah, Rod picked it up I believe in Treasure Chest game. I forgot which entrance that led to Treasure Chest game though.
Same here.
Blue potion or heart? You should always get the heart.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Merci, Kefka, for confirming Fire Rod on Lake Island. Heartbeat here on Desert Torch. I was more curious where. A-Rod, by the way, is the short name for that. Is the. Or Asclepios Rod is the nickname is A-Rod.
Oh, okay.
Clarity of it. Anyway, A-Rod, I did not catch where he got that flute from chess game. Chat
We
can
do.
hopefully enlighten us.
Yeah, we do get a lantern in Desert Palace, so there is one of the light sources that we're probably going to be needing very soon.
Yeah, Tito's remembering to check the race game left entrance, something that tends to catch people out sometimes. Not much of anything important though, just upgrade ferry. Right side desert for Cucks. I guess we didn't get a chance to really discuss runners or whatnot, but it is Tito's. You call TT Chaos either TT or Chaos for nicknames. That's A-Rod top right and Cucks bottom right. I know both Ahad and Cucks from the Francophone community, so pardon the French accent for their nicknames. Let's see, Desert Palace right. I don't think we've seen that yet. Okay, Laser Bridge, not the greatest.
We do get some more cane from the Spiral Cave. And
We got a
coming
what
up,
from Spiral Cave? Sorry.
I did forgot. Oh my goodness.
I did not catch what you said there.
We got the Samora Cane on Spiral Cave. I think it accidentally said Brianna Cane.
Oh,
But no,
Samaria. That's what you
Samara.
said. I could not tell what you were saying there. Sorry.
Nah, that's all good.
All right, Desert Main entrance. We haven't seen this yet, and that is Ice Palace. Well, that's one less entrance to worry about later, I guess. Not very helpful as a connector goes, though. The Desert Pack entrance is in the library, by the way. Did see that earlier. Flute activation for Ahad. We're into back of Skullwoods for Titos. This is never. The Skullwoods drop downs are only shelved with each other in this mode. They are not shelved with everything else. Use Spec Rock there for TT. This is back to, I think, back. Okay, Thieves Town, front of Thieves Town for Cucks. I don't remember what Ahad found in here earlier, but he wants something from here. I think Ahad was in here earlier. Might have mixed it up. Ahad checking some CAC entrances. Amir was in front of Thieves Town. Let's see Kefka. That would be why. Ooh, death for Titos. That was not intentional.
He dropped down from there, so yeah, it was. He was bunny
Actually, never mind.
formed.
Never mind.
He
Then
wanted to open the
Ahad
chest.
is in Super Bunny Cave here, I think. Super Bunny Cave, which has 3 bombs and the big key to Para. And that is Mire Shed left. That is our first connector to this area, which is a nice find for a HUD. TT picking up a blue potion from that Take Any. And I just missed what Tito's got out of the front of Skullwoods. A HUD picking up another bottle there off the Desert Ledge. And Desert left is Spike Cave. Well, that might be something for later. From the skull does nothing. Thank you. Back at desert entrance is Swamp Palace. Okay.
It's another dungeon in our docket.
Oh, chess game now does indeed have that flute for cucks, and I totally missed where it was for the second time in a row. Whoops. Chat. Meyer said right is shop. Did you get where that treasure chest game was for cucks there? Because I did not. Twice in a row.
Unfortunately, I did not. I was looking at Tito's diving going right into Palace of Darkness here.
Yeah. Chad might not like it because since apparently we missed it both times. Let's see, yeah, this is nothing for ducks. We saw that earlier from Tito's, I think. And there's TT finding the Meyer area. Boots for Tito's. Good catch, Kefka. They're in pod.
Our runners will definitely want to go there as soon as possible to at least make this seed a little bit more bearable.
Yep.
We do get a massive sword in the dark room from the right chest and 100 rupees on the left chest in pod, so even more of a reason to go there.
Yep. And Cuck says forgotten he has a sword, I guess. Oops. $20 there from Dark Cross. And $5 for Tito's. The Late World Shopping Mall for HUD doesn't have a Moon Pearl for the Dark World entrances or a Glow for those couple, but can check 2 here. Finding Meyer.
And Tito's is setting up for a hammer jump. Or hammer jump, whichever you want.
And another, yeah, another take I need there for HUD, taking a heart container. Hookshot Cave I did miss earlier is Desert Main. I think TT just crashed.
I do believe he just crashed.
Oh dear. I don't know when he last saved, though he also didn't pick up a whole lot of anything either, so could be worse. You think? Although losing some of this stuff. Although he probably lost the sword he got from Pod, I think. Yeah, that's a spider sword. No, that was from Tito's. I'm brain farting. What did TT lose much of anything in that crash? Actually, inventory-wise, I don't think he's found much of anything in the first 17 minutes here.
I don't think he has.
Because I don't think he's found much of anything according to the trackers on stream, and yeah, okay. Mostly, and the knowledge is saved, and the knowledge is saved. They really haven't managed to make a whole lot of dungeon progression across the board for any of our runners. Yeah, that shouldn't be hopefully too big a deal for TT. Maybe the Harrow Big, yeah, maybe. That was a relatively recent pickup, but he knows where that is to go back to, hopefully. A nice mimic clip for Tito's, Big Key to Hera, speaking of, for Cucks. And we've got Lambos for Ahad is going to be our first boss fight of the seed across our 4 runners. Not very fast on Fighter Sword here, but well, we'll see how he does.
Could be worse. We could be using bombs here.
That is true. There's the small key purchase for TT. And we are now on West Death Mountain with that flute for Cucks. Finding a shop here. Bonk Rock Spice Sank for Tito's is useless. And there's a TR big chest here. That's our first of 4 TR entrances. That is a good one to find since We know TR is one of our red crystals, so we'll need to beat it at some point, and we do need to find at least one entrance to TR in order to beat the dungeon.
We get a bow.
Ooh, that's a
Landmo.
bow off Landmo, and a crystal too. That would have been nice to fight the Landmos with, but you'll take it. TT is now in pod looking for those couple items, mainly the boots and that sword. And Kux is somewhere, as Ahad is gonna go through... Which one was this again? Gonna go through Spiral Cave. To go pick up whatever the item was here, and I think take the connector, more importantly.
I believe the connector was the Smart Cane.
Item was the cane, right? And yeah, cane was in right. Smario's in Spiral Cave, and the connector here is the Curiosity Shop, which will get us some stuff. I did not catch what Kux just got out of the chicken hut.
I think it was just rubies. It was
Thank you.
pretty sure it's either rubies or bombs.
The chickens is a thief down Big Key. Thank you. That's an important item to find. And back in Skull Woods for Ahad, I did not catch where this is. Dark Sank.
Tito's diving into Tower of Harris entrance, and we get the Fireman's Hut. Huh. Didn't think he had like a condo out here in Death Mountain.
Gonna get the Cane of Burna here. Kux is not far behind, and Flippers. That's some money out. Ooh, Kux finding one of the Teikanis with a sword in it for him. That is his master sword. Always a nice find.
Going to go right back up, and gonna definitely take the time to take a look at the tablet once they get into the Dark World first.
Oh, where was the book? I totally missed that, now that you say that. Because I did not catch when Kux picked up his book. He, him pronouns for all four, by the way. Book in Desert, thank you. Desert right side then, thank you. Thanks. Apologies, chat. There's a lot going on. Not much help. I was solo comms for the first, 5 minutes, and it's hard to keep track of 4 runners in an entrance mode. Quite a lot going on here between our 4.
DT Chaos going straight into Saha's hut. I'm gonna take a look inside where that leads us into. Oh, this
Eastern is not far from Vanilla. Eastern did not go very far. Just moving next door to Saha's hut. Okay, Gabe.
Saha got evicted. They renovated the small hut somehow. That's a funny thought. We do get the back of TT here from Tito's.
Back of TR, you mean?
TR, yeah. Oh my goodness.
TT's his teammate. Kux is about to find Blind's hut here in the Hera entrance. Tito's needs to not die here in the Crystal Roller Room. And gets $20 for his troubles. There we go. Has no key, so can't continue. And $20 for TT. Runner.
Cox is checking out their blind man's hut.
Yeah, gonna pick up his flippers and cane here. Now, both teams now know of both canes.
As well as flippers.
Yep. I thought Ahad was going to go into pod a minute ago, but he didn't, so that's going to be a little bit yet till Team FenceDashers picks up their boots. What was their Master Sword? Well, Master / Temper ability. Cucks. Good, making good use of that cane for Titos to go try the TR lava chest here. And Lake Island, I did not catch how Cucks got here. Ah, old man. Not the most useful of safe quits, but that works, I guess. Let's see where the back goes. Ah, okay, thanks, chat. One of our trackers, they were saying that Ahad only did the right side pod and left. Gotcha. I have a lot of keys, which might be part of the reason why, because one of the considering factors in veterans is that you only have so many keys. They are universal. You need to either buy them or find them in checks, as we get red mail on chain chomps there. I didn't even catch what blue mail was earlier for Titos. A friend of escape for Ahad we saw earlier from somebody on Blue Trinexx group's side. That was like a load of nothing. And what was Light Flute 5 for Cucks? He missed what entrance that was if he caught a Desper.
For
Light Flute 5.
oh, Flute 5. Wait, Flute 5? Yes. Wait. From who again?
Cucks. He was just at Light Flute 5 a minute ago. Flute 5 is dead. Thank you, Chad. I also missed the bomb box TT Chaos just checked by Link's house. We did also see TR left entrance from also on Death Mountain there for Titos, and there's his tempered off to take any.
Oh,
yeah, I agree. Also, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'd agree with Dirk. Just gonna agree with one of our trackers, Dirk, there in the chat. That yeah, the lack of a flute is definitely hurting mobility a little for our runners on the left. It's interesting that each team has a different item out of the mobility items, and that Blue Trinexx group has their boots out of pod, and FenceDashers have their flute. So kid is just some money here for TT. Maybe Moldorm Cave. Ah, and thank you, chat, catching something I missed is that the glove was in the back of pod too. That's not as useful as you would think here in an entrance mode, but they, well, probably eventually need it for something at some point. Desert Hyrule Castle, right? I don't believe is a connector we've seen yet, because that leads to GT. Okay. First, real Dark Death Mountain access, which is a nice find here. Or first to get us to the top side of it, at least.
Staring down a Lionel's while holding up a mirror.
Yeah. Where was the Hera for TT? It's Light World Shopping glove lock. That would be one thing you need the glove for. Else gonna find Meyer like we saw earlier for Ahad. Cucks continuing in Eastern.
Hey, peeking over to see what Todorok's entrance is, and that's a Quake Medallion entrance.
Vanilla Medallions today. We saw Ether was for Meyer earlier. Speaking of Meyer, TT is going into Meyer the dungeon. That's nothing for Ahad. This is going to pick up his big key to Ice. There's the Witch, top of Paradox. Not Paradox. Yeah, that's top of Paradox.
Yep, top of Paradox.
There for a sec. And we're just gonna. And I'm not quite sure if Blinkenuvisic Cucks found his way over to the pod entrance and is now fluting off. Pyramid check here for Titos is also going to be our top of Hyrule Castle entrances with that mirror.
Excuse me for a moment.
Worries. Meyer here for TT. As this is going to be back into TR here for Cucks. And let's see, top of Hyrule Castle here for Titos. Gonna try and keep an eye on that as TT is gonna go get the ferry and then backtrack. Bumper cave there, we're not gonna be seeing for a minute. At the tower entrance is Mini Moldorm Cave for Titos, $20 for TT, and a death for him and Cucks. Let's see, Corling Brothers is going to TR Bridge Connector for Ahad. Mini Moldorm Cave producing absolutely nothing. Lovely.
Almost as worse as the hype caves that I've seen lately.
I mean, today's hype cave was just one of our 4 bottles we saw within the first 15 minutes. Like, seriously, I think we had balled a percent before we had much of literally anything else in the scene. It was a little silly. I think by the time you got here, we'd already seen 3 of the 4. And as far as the pronunciation of Cux's name, that's just how you pronounce it in French. Cux and Ahad are 2 members of the Francophone community of the past runners of the Francophone community who I know them from. So, pardon the French, that's what my brain defaults to. So this is going to find out that here's the old man and get this quick heal from him. Meyer, I think so far has been a complete and total bust for TT.
It is a crystal. No, wait, it's not a crystal, is it? Oh,
We don't know.
We don't know. Not yet, at least.
I think the only info right now we have is that we know from talking to the bomb shop, because the bomb shop is in CAC, that Ice and TR are over 2 red crystals, and we know that because Ahad beat Desert, that Desert is a crystal as well. Beyond that, I don't think we've seen Saha, and we haven't seen really any map checks I can remember for it. Can he pick up his items out of blind set? There's Hux's blue mail. I still don't know where Titos got his first mail upgrade, but it wasn't that one.
Dora's Ledge was a whole heart, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you would be correct. Berna here for end flippers for Ahad. TT gonna pick up that Ice Palace big key, and let's see what Izora is scammed for us today.
Oh, hey, Ether.
That might not be useless. We might need that for the Meyer entrance.
Who knows? Meyer will be leading us to GT. We never did find GT yet, have we?
We have not found GT, or Ice Palace, or Aga Tower, our 3 missing dungeons. We are also missing the TR Main and Laser Bridge entrances, but those are somewhat less consequential. Here's the big, speaking of thieves, there's a big key to thieves for Ahad. Obo's going to be a new check for Titos. Cucks and Pa now. Hopefully he'll continue to the back for Team FenceDashers, because we know they're missing a pair of boots and a sword out of the back here. And a glove. Obo's useless for Titos. See where Ahad flutes to here. TT's in Super Bunny Cave. Water checks for Ahad, so he's going to be doing what Titos was just doing a second ago. So nothing new there.
Because doing the... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't remember if we've actually seen the dam entrance yet. Which, no, we have. Okay, this was where Graveyard Ledge was. Oh, that was junk. I didn't catch where that was, actually. Cuck's unfortunate. Let's see. Cuck's is having a little trouble here with the Mimic Clip. So Oswald first to see if he can't get it. This entrance here is useless for Titos. That was one we haven't seen yet because Glove was relatively recent. Checkerboard is also a new entrance for TT. And there's the shop.
There we go.
Back of desert with a bow. That was in the library entrance. The bigger issue for Blue Trinexx group in beating desert is they don't have their map. That was in the Desert Palace map chest. And Desert Palace left entrance is in Carrick, so that's successful on it. Oh, that was where Red Mail was. Right side TR, right side pod. And Tito's is back in CAC, so this might be a play to desert eventually, though this is a flute activation first, since they did finally find that flute. Wherever it was, because we still can't, none of us ever managed to catch where that chess game entrance was. Whoops. Keys in this mode. It is retro, which means the keys are universal. There are you can buy keys from shops, or you can find them in the item pool, so the number of the item pool is reduced slightly from the total amount of small keys in the vanilla dungeons. They cost 100 rupees in the shop, and you can use them anywhere. Soundboard for Cucks. Tito's going to pick up the big key to Desert, which is also necessary to beat Desert Bear for Uncle. No, there are still. I think the small keys that get removed from the item pool in Retro do get replaced with a chunk of some variety. Probably rupees, but not completely sure on that. Retro
Sure
also
like
introduces
20
Take
rupees.
Any's. Something like that, yeah. Retro also introduces Take Any caves. You might have seen a few of those around the place here, where you could pick up either a blue potion or a heart container. This is kind of a throwback to Zelda 1, which is what Retro is. We don't have the pod bit key cucks. Yeah, there are also Take Any's, and there are 4 Take Any's with a heart container or a blue potion. There is also 1 Take Any that has a sword in it, and that one is over here on Death Mountain. TT should be picking that up shortly. As there's the glove and boots picked up finally for Cucks, as well as that temperate, so he's out of here. Gonna go back. Just gonna mirror warp to get back to the front of pod, and then Ahad is not far behind. Red Trends also means you need to buy the ability to use a bow from the shop for 80 rupees, which TT has done, as has Ahad, though neither Titos nor Cucks have done that yet. Seeing the first trip in the back at Thieves for Titos here, and shooting a bow costs rupees, just as it does in Zelda 1. Regular arrow shots cost you, I think, 10 rupees each, silvers are 50 each.
Yeah, they're pretty steep, which is why money is very important for this in this setting type.
For sure, between keys costing 100 rupees each and arrows costing 10 each, that's it pretty quick. There's the big key to Thieves for TT, while his teammate is finding not much right now in the back of Thieves, in the first chest of the back. Yeah, that's what I thought of Marith. 4 heart potion Take Any's and 1 sword Take Any. Speaking of buying keys, Cuck's doing that and buying arrows. You can actually switch between silvers and regular arrows once you find silvers, just so you can save on the money. You hit the inventory screen, I think.
Yeah, it can be done through the inventory, or hitting both L and R on the quick swap.
I wasn't sure on that, because I don't play with retro, period, really.
Yeah, it's in the same nature as you would switch to flute and shovel and red and blue boomerangs.
Makes sense. Hammer and Thieves Town for Tito's. Blind Cell is a location for that.
That is a location. Unfortunately, we can't check out the big key chest because we ain't got no key.
Tito's doesn't. Cucks does, though. Cucks will be able to check that, which is going to be which could be big for Team FenceDashers if that is something important in the Thieves Town big chest. Because Cucks should still have Cucks should still have a key after once he gets there. HUD is about to pick up his glove, or no, he just picked it up. Never mind, mixing up chests. And Blind's our first boss fight of this day on Blue Trinexx group side. Very quick fight.
Is it a crystal or a pendant?
It's a crystal. That is 4 crystals now known between our runners. TT is climbing Hera. No map for him for this dungeon, so we don't know what this is. HUD making use of that bushcrab to get some money. Good choice. And finds a connector here too. I don't remember where. Dark Witch Hut. Did catch what the Hera compass chest was for TT there.
That was a cape.
Okay. Might be handy. They're not required. We have seen Spike Cave, so that might be something to go back to at some point. Here, a big chest is Heart Piece, and we're going to see that hammer now for Cucks. Though I can only imagine it's going to promptly go check that big chest, and I'm really curious to see what this is, because this could be a interesting find for FenceDashers if this item is required.
Moment of truth. Piece of heart.
Nope. Heart Piece. It is. Let's see. Dark Saha is completely useless for Ahad. They would like to find Lightworld Saha. We're missing a couple major item caves still. I believe big ones is we haven't seen any entrance to Paradox Cave, which is interesting. And no sign of Saha, which would be good for the Green Pendant. The well is a place we haven't seen yet. Simultaneous boss fights on the diagonal for TT and Cucks. HUD is not far behind his teammate. That's a map to Skull Woods, a moon pearl in the well, a heart container, and a pendant for TT, and a big key to Eastern out of the well as well.
Hopefully that green pendant will lead into something good.
Yeah. That's where the well was. I did miss that this was at Magic Vat, so that won't be hard for HUD and Cucks to find here, at least. Blue Trinexx Group 1, Game 1, yeah, correct. I think it was TT and Ascend beat Kefka and Cucks, but don't take my word on it. But it was Blue Trinexx Group that took Game 1 in any case. Here's lamp finally for Tito's. That is the first lamp pickup for Team Blue Trinexx Group here. Cuck's turning in one of his many bottles for $20 off Sick Kid. Let's see where he goes next. Click over to the Lightworld shopping area, which is going to get them the access to Meyer. Tux does have a lamp. Chat was commenting on earlier how we could not see some of the checks in Meyer because of Team Blue Trinexx Group only just got their lamp 30 seconds ago. So it'll be interesting to see what left side Meyer has, although Cux is a little short on keys right now. Moon Pearl for Tito's was in the well. Across the staves, which was in the Magic Bat drop down. And go ahead, Esper.
And forgot what I was gonna say.
Never mind then, I guess. TT does have extra keys, in fact 5 of them, so it's going to check that big chest and thieves for Trinexx group now. Yeah, Moon Pearl is hard hammer locked. No especially difficult issues, since both members of FenceDashers now have said hammer. They do know that the well is in the magic bat drop down, and that's going to be a priority to check some point, since there are 5 items in there, and they are missing an assortment of things.
Yeah, I feel like they'll feel obligated to check that out pretty soon after they finish the other dungeons that they
In
can,
fact,
at
this
the
is
very least,
exactly where
clear.
A-Rod's going right now.
Yep.
As we say that. Let's see. What are we missing, might be a thing to discuss here as we start to get to a point in the scene where we actually have a minute to talk about stuff.
Well, now that we have Moon Pearl, we got access to get to Hyrule Lake to get the Fire Rod. The only thing is missing, I want to say, is Ice Rod and Hookshot? Hookshot.
We need Ice Rod, we might need a Hookshot. Remember, we don't actually know our crystal layout.
Oh,
we
wait,
need
Argus
Ice
is
Rod.
not... Yeah, Argus is not crystal?
No, apparently we know from somebody, from FenceDashers' side that I guess someone checked them, has a map to Swamp, and we saw the crystal sign in the top right. At the top left, I didn't see it earlier. But I guess apparently we have knowledge that Swamp is a crystal. So, but yes, we do need Hookshot for that. I didn't know that. I didn't catch it earlier. Yeah, we need Ice Rod for Trinexx, a Hookshot then for Argus. We need to physically find Ice Palace. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, we have not seen Ice Palace yet, but it feels like it's going to be more or less locked behind
Moon Pearl, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Okay, FenceDashers did a map check. Anything in the dark world is the Swamp Crystal. Thank you, chat. Speaking of the Fire Rod, that's what Titos is picking up right now. So yeah, we need Ice Rod Hookshot to physically find the Ice Palace and some amount of big keys, potentially. We need the do we need big keys is another question. What are we missing for big keys? We might need a Pod Big if that's a crystal. We are also missing the Meyer Big, which may or may not be required. So those are the 2 big ones. The Pod and Meyer Big keys are completely AWOL. If you're at K45 in the Dark World, bonk rocks. Chat. FenceDashers have the Pod Big. Where was that? Because I did not write that down. Ah, Meyer Bridge chest. Never mind. That. Thank you.
Tito's checking the doors at the Dark World Ice Cave.
Yeah, I haven't seen Dark Shopping yet. Doesn't look like they had Ice Palace, though, and that's the big thing we need. Hex also hasn't yet to physically pick up his cane, so I kind of hope for his sake that the Meyer Big Key is not just plain vanilla here in the cutscene chest, because otherwise he would have to come back, which would be feels bad. We're going to finally get our first Landmost defeat here for Blue Trinexx group in a minute or so for Titos, as he is now in the back of Desert. And is going to pick up that bow for Team Blue Trinexx group of unknown utility right now, since we don't actually know if we need to beat Eastern or Pod. I don't think.
Yeah, we still have no information if either of those places have crystals or just pendants.
Yeah,
we did
do
pick
know...
up... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say... Oh, God. No, you go first.
No, go ahead. I
was going to say, we did pick up Green Pendant, and that was from Mordorome, so that's one of the pendants down. It's just a matter of finding the other 2, and we can just work our process of elimination for the rest of them.
Pretty much. That's what I was going to say, as well as the Hera green pendant thing. Ahad's stocking up on the key there. Nice rail clip for Cux. And Moth is a new fight for TT, nobody's fight yet, so we're gonna see what this is. In terms of both the item, but more importantly, the reward.
I was sitting a little close to the edge there with the heart count, but that's fine. We got Brianna Kane. And I think they're on red mail, or at least blue mail, so I don't think they're in immediate
TT
danger.
is on green.
Oh lord, wait,
At
really?
least according to the tracker. His teammates got red mail, he has green mail.
Okay.
Doesn't matter though, because he got mouthed down. Picks up a compass and to Meyer, and that is a crystal.
Alright.
Fire Rod like Meyer did not hurt blue Trinexx group, which is good. Cux found just a red boomerang over there. Cux is gonna go pick up his Moon Pearl now, though, out of the well. And HUD's game just froze. Hopefully that comes back shortly. Well, I'm not sure that's his game. I think that's more his game. It's actually a game, but
yeah, the stream. Twitch do be acting funny.
It does. Which bridge chest is useless for TT. And bumper cave entrance for a HUD is... Oh, hey, there's Paradox, finally.
Nice. These are going to be some fresh new checks for us.
7 of them, in fact. This is something we haven't seen yet. We're not missing a ton for hard report Gobo necessarily, but hey, there's a decent chance of something being here. And hey, we look into Ice Palace. Half Magic's a good find. Ice Palace in the Graveyard Ledge is kind of a gross spot for that.
Yeah. I'm not too thrilled about that spot either.
Yeah, and unfortunately TT is not the runner out of Team the Trinexx group who has that Fire Rod off Lake Island. C-shaped house in the King's Tomb entrance is a map to ice. Convenient, funny game. And Paradox Cave had half magic and some safety, so sure, I guess. Mushroom picked up for Cux.
Oh, hey, we're on top of the Death Mountain Island.
Oh, that is convenient.
Unfortunately, the item on top of Death Mountain is not really convenient.
Nope. That would explain why we haven't found Paradox yet. One of the entrances was there. As you see, Aka Tower, I did not catch which entrance that was for Titos. Chat. Oh, damn, here in the Dark World, the DM Ascension entrance. That is something we need. And silvers for Ahad. In Mimic Cave, which is Hookshot Cave entrance. We saw the Hyrule Castle. Top of Hyrule Castle entrances early from Titos on Cux's side. Dark Saha was where Aga Tower is. Thank you. Chat.
The looks of it, Titos is going to make their way to Skullwoods. Most likely going to take out Mothia and see if that, well, Mothia is a crystal, so.
Yeah, they know Moth's a crystal. I don't know if FenceDashers has that info yet, but I have to assume they'll be Moth at some point. The other entrance that's interesting that we haven't seen, Esper, is we haven't seen GT at all.
Yeah, we have not seen GT at all. Like, isn't it Fairy Fountain? Not Fairy Fountain, but Pyramid Fairy. That would be funny.
It's
and
possible,
horrible.
because usually the game tends to give you GT fairly early in Wrenchins or Cross Keys just because there's so many checks in there. But nope,
Naturally.
haven't seen a sign of it. Haven't seen a single sign of the place. We're gonna see Ice Palace now for Tito's, which we know to be a red crystal. Both teams have found the bomb hut. I'm pretty sure that was in CAC.
Be right back, door.
No worries. Chaos TT getting his bunch of nothing out of Paradox, aside from that half magic, and Tux is gonna find out that Agatha was a snooze. Lumberjack entrance is the magic path, but at this point they're hoping it's not required. Shields really just aren't that important in ALTTP. Hef and Pfeffer, there's just a lot of things going on. You don't really need to block things so much as Cloud finally our first runner out of Team FenceDashers to pick up that Fire Rod. So we'd have to probably go beat Moth, I think, as we find Quake of questionable usefulness in the Icebreaker chest. And TT's about to find his silvers. Or, well, his first bow, actually, because he hasn't beaten Lamos yet. I don't remember what Dark Flute 5 was. Nothing. The answer. And there's that bow picked up first. TT. Double chest to Nice Palace, not having much besides that Quake. Razor chest is the big key to Swamp of dubious usefulness. And Laser Bridge, I missed what entrance that was for TT, as well as the Ice Palace big chest whips for Titos. Big key to Skull Woods on Laser Bridge. Thanks. Some bombs. $20. And the Bugnet. Okay, that was southwest Dark Death Mountain there. Bottom of east of Mountain, Dark Death Mountain. Apparently I just can't take notes. Dam found for Achads, that's good info for him and right. It's gonna turn that in. $5 nice big yes. Thank you, chat. Apologies. Again, trying to keep track of 4 people at once with all different entrances and all different dungeons and checks. It gets rather chaotic since Esper has had to step away for a minute.
Unfortunately, I knew the moment I was going to come back, I see Ice Pile's already been discovered. Go figure.
Yeah, we saw that a minute ago, but Titos is our first runner in there with the Fire Rod. He has found Quake Medallion and he's found Quake Medallion and the Swamp Big Key in here. We also located Laser Bridge, by the way. That was bottom of East Dark Death Mountain is where Laser Bridge is. Had a bug nut. Had ourselves our Skullwoods Big Key for some more fetch quests. That's going to be crest number 3 for Titos off Cold Stare. Ahad is not far behind. Flex is picking up his cane.
And that's a good quick kill.
Yep, very nice. Boomerang, not very helpful. So, Ice Palace gave us Quake of dubious usefulness and a Swamp Palace Big Key of equally dubious usefulness. Nobody's really feeling like going into Swamp just yet. Dam was a relatively recent find for both teams, and we have no clue where that hookshot is.
And that would be disgusting if Swamp had hookshot in it.
It really would. Swamp is also just in a really inconvenient location because it's in the back of Desert Palace, and our only way there is to go take Super Buddy Cave from the eastern area over to the Meyer area to get there.
Right, we ain't got Titan's Mints.
Nope. So, neither team really wants to go all the way to Swamp Palace right now. It's not convenient at all. I think Dick Game's a new check for TT. And Tux is back in TR. Let's start a piece off Dick Game. Yeah, neither team is going to be making the trek on over to Swamp Pals without a pair of mitts anytime fast. If Hookshot is in there, it's likely a last location, I suspect, at this point.
Of course.
They've got way too much other things to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past this C to do that.
Yeah. It's been an interesting one. Kind of a slow start. It's picked up a fair bit since. Not a lot in the way of dungeon info, though. We still haven't found Saha. Though we now know Green Pendant was on Hera. That took a while to find that out. And we're missing just dungeon info besides that. 4 crystals now for Titos. Just the moth. And Tux is about to find rules patches. At this point, yeah, go ahead.
I was saying, can't be in go mode without the bug net.
Speaking of Bugnet, one of the absolute favorite item of one of the members of the Francophone community, Pichu. I don't know if we saw her. Well, we saw her earlier, but I don't think it's cute in the chat. Happy 1 hour, everyone. We do give all 4 of our runners a follow TT Chaos and Scorpios Rod, Titos, and Cox. Still my Kokon Mesper and our 2 chakras, the Ruck and Kiff doing all the tracking here, which is not easy when you've got a mode this complicated.
Please don't follow me. I didn't do anything for this seed whatsoever yet. Discord barred me from going in.
Yeah, Discord can be a pain sometimes. HUD just picked up his Swamp Big Key. I swear I can read my own notes sheet.
Ruby's a nice palace big chest. Yay.
Yep. Oh yeah, we're gonna see these back as Skullwoods entrance, which I don't remember of what we're seeing just yet for Titos and his junk figures.
Of course, it just has a home in there. One of the Village of Outcasts' home. No, wait, no, not Village of Outcasts' home, but one of the Kakariko Village's homes. Go figure. Ped is dead. Long live Ped.
That's good info, actually. I'm confused that Cux didn't just desert here unless he's out of small keys. Okay, I guess Cux is gonna go beat Lamos later. I don't remember if he stole the small key earlier, as I think Titos is having a think about where to go next. We go turn in that mushroom, which is top of Paradox entrance, which is not very easy to get to. Easiest way is going to be right side Hero Castle is GT entrance, so that'll be the fastest way to turn in this room. One of the challenges of any entrance randomizer mode, particularly red chance or cross keys with where the connectors are a huge deal, is to keep track of your entrances. Session trying to figure out how do I get to this place to do this fetch quest in this case. And also turn an ether tablet on the way, which you did see quite a while earlier from FenceDashers.
Yeah, I tend to stay away from randomized entrances. My poor brain can't handle it.
Same. And actually, nope, the Titos is not going to go turn in that mushroom, it's just going to go leave. Okay. It's in the area for it, but left. Hopefully that's not going to bite him, but we'll see. Back at Skullwoods now for a HUD, as Cux is going to go turn in that Skullwoods big key, which is useless. And Titos is taking this Super Bunny connector to go back to the Mire area. Interesting.
This may be the play to go into Swamp. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think there's anything else for him to do in the area. He just actually hasn't been here yet for the Hera big key.
Oh.
I don't think there's anything in the big chest though, so plus it's a green pendant, so I think this is going to Swamp Palace. TT also turning in that Skullwood's big key for junk. Meyer entrance would also be a good thing to check while he's here, since Ether was picked up off of Zora, something that neither member of Team FenceDashers has just yet.
So, is Ether Medallion going to be our scam?
Verdict is... yes.
Not entirely huge of a scam. You can get a heart piece or some blue potion.
It's not 100% a scam, but it's not going to be a game changer, at least. FenceDashers is not going to be hurt for not paying Zora off. Back into pod for TT. This is going to be our first time seeing this boss beaten, so we'll get an idea of whether or not this is a crystal or a pendant. Does not have the map on his side, because they don't have that P or C in the top left. We'll find out one way or the other, as Titos is indeed the first of our forerunners into Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I feel like we're running out of leads here. Something big has to be in Swamp. If it's not going to be Hookshot.
Or it's just some random entrance we've missed or something, yeah. Mitts in the first chest of Swamp. Okay, why are the Mitts there? Or second chest, I think, is something. That's a really goofy spot for Mitts. Mitts don't tend to be as useful in retrance or cross keys as they do in regular ALTTPR non-entrance seeds, but they do unlock a couple of entrances. That might
just
be
a few, but still, with it being this far deep into the seed, you might as well just say thanks, seed. I hate it.
Yeah, pretty much. Because we are running out of dungeon checks. Nobody's beaten Eastern, or I don't think anyone's actually turned in the Eastern Big Key for that matter. This is our first time seeing somebody finish pod for TT. First time in Swamp, and we've seen most of Meyer, so there's really not a ton. Nobody's backtracked through to the front of TR checks either, so that's available, but we are running out of stuff to do. We've seen a pretty good amount of the overworld. And one of the things that Mitz gets us is going to be the Smith chain, which is going to be fun. That's required. That's a really, really gross spot for the things. And it looks like a HUD is going to head for Swamp as well with this route. That is him going through Super Bunny Cave, and there's really no other reason to go through Super Bunny right now besides going to Swamp Palace without a hookshot.
I'm calling it right now. Titan's Mints lead to Smith Chain, which leads us into our hookshot.
That's looking likely at this point, as Cux is now in Paradox Cave.
Titos is going to finish up left side swamp. And that's going to be whether or not either we get something else big, or we just look where we have to use our Tizaments for the rest of the seed, and it will lead to our rest of the items at least.
Yeah. Alright. Helmasaur down for TT is a heart piece and a pendant. Womp womp. That's not the thing they wanted. Spy Cave's new for a HUD, small key for Titos. And Cux is gonna pick up his silver tier, or his first bow actually. $20 for a HUD from Spike Cave. TT is heading back to Meyer, I believe, with this route. And that's a big key to GT with a GT we haven't found. Brilliant.
Yet to find. Oh my goodness.
Just the thing that he wanted. Wow.
Fantastic.
There's also a very real chance that GT is on one of our mislock entrances, given there's only so many places left for it. It is legitimately impressive that we've gotten it. Like, usually GT is one of those dungeons you find early. There's a lot of checks in the air, and the game tends to give you that entrance somewhat early because of it. But no, we are an hour and 9 minutes in. We've seen almost every entrance in the game, aside from the Myths locked ones and a couple Moon Pearl locked ones, probably. We've seen almost everything, and that is one of the very few we haven't seen. We know the GT entrance itself is not going to be of any concern. We saw that some while ago. But I don't think we did get dumped out the Ice Palace connector at some point, so it's not, Desert Front is Ice Palace, so that's not a worry. But we haven't seen either, we did not get dumped out of the front of the TR entrance, which is something that could matter as chat comments.
Yeah, TR entrance may lead to GT.
Which would be rude.
Here goes that Smith walk. Time to do the Smith chain.
Just themselves, I don't think we've actually seen the Smith house, by the way, at least not according to my own note. And I don't remember seeing the Smith. Tito's just picking up the Smith and hoping he finds the Smith house. I
think TT Chaos did find the Smith, but I don't know where.
Gotcha, because I don't remember writing it down. There's a front of TR. Okay. I was wondering where that was. There's that answer. Oaks should be picking up his fire rod now. Cux? Oh, Dark World Shopping Mall. You don't still need to pick up his fire rod though, and he was right next to it, so, Cux, hello? Hero Basement's a new check for TT. And the Smith being hammer pegs, I don't think. Actually, it might not be. I'm having a brain fart on that. I don't remember the particulars of where Smiths can be in entrance. It's more or less of a. I am not the most familiar with all the quirks of entrance. Rando. And ALTTPR, $5 from the Terra Basement chest. And back a Hookshot Cave for Cux and Dark World Shopping Mall. We are going to probably see the one check you can get here with boots, which nobody's checked yet, which will be interesting. Front of TR looked like it was junk for Tito's.
Oh no, front part had a hook shot.
Oh wait, never mind.
Fire
okay,
lock.
I'm just scatterbraining. That's an important find. And
so,
that is also...
it was Titan's Mints locked. Go figure.
Yeah, thanks. The game did not give... Oh, and there's Smiths. Okay, Village of Outcasts, so that was where that was. Or not, that was Cat, never mind. Right. Oh, both Smiths and Bomb Shop were in CAC, and I guess a goof thing in that would be why. Oops.
Yeah, thanks, Seed. I hate it. Of course, Glove will just give us the hook shot. Now we gotta go all the way back to the Swamp Palace now.
Again, the really long way. Well, slightly less long way, because we now have mids to go get back there, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at least we have Titan's Mints to at least reduce the travel time here, so...
Okay, fire rod. Cux did not forget his fire rod. Good. So we are... we are
Ice Rod.
We are Ice Rod and maybe a Meyer Big from Go Mode. Because we still don't know what our third pendant is. I think it's a 50-50 on our third pendant between Eastern and Meyer. And if Meyer's our third pendant, we
would you do Eastern first before Meyer, or would you rather do Meyer first before Eastern? Is the question.
I think Eastern's a bit faster.
Probably like just a bit faster, but we
They're
still
both
gotta get it.
Neither of them are in very convenient entrances, so I don't.
Right.
Because Eastern's at Saha, which is not exactly the fastest spot, and Meyer's at the Liberal Shopping Mall, which I think it might be, which is also kind of slow. So, yeah, it's close between the two, I think, but I want to say that's faster. Oh, Gold Sword also in Hookshot Cave. I missed that.
We got butter.
Did we find any other TR entrance in order to skip mitts? You could
No.
have, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we could have. It's just that the other 3 entrances to TR are all on Death Mountain to varying degrees of inconvenience, so have fun. And the bigger thing is with Retrit, and I think it's just a matter of it's just slow to go backwards through TR to get to the front checks. I think it's one of the reasons why we didn't see that from FenceDashers or Blue Trinexx group before this. They can do so. It's just that 2 of the 3 entrances are on the west Light Death Mountain. The third one's over on I think it was bottom of Paradox Dark World is where the third one is.
Yeah.
It's none of them are convenient. It's all kind of a hike to get back to there, no matter which one you want to take. They all kind of suck.
Well, our only hope is Ice Rod being in the back final part of Swamp Palace at the very least, because
that would be convenient.
that would be
Otherwise,
very convenient.
Otherwise, I'm concerned about GT being one of our assorted missing entrances.
Well, okay, so if there's any comfort, the GT entrants have to be close by because
There's only so much left.
Yeah, there's only so much left, and Turtle Rock is our other red crystal, so Pyramid Fairy is out of the question to get in there.
Yeah. Oh, okay, good. I was like, did Dayrod just leave TR without his hookshot? But no, he's going back in. Phew, thanks. That would have been very bad if HUD had just left TR without his hookshot. But yeah, they could have done the front of TR ages ago. I think I was actually mentioned that at some point earlier this stream, but it's just gross. Cux is going to swamp here as well. And I think going through this connector to get to swamp is probably a bit faster, though it's still kind of annoying. Than running all the way to and Cux is also checking this entrance because Alpha doesn't have his ether, rather than running all the way through the back of running to TR, one of the other TR entrances, and then backtracking isn't fast either. So it makes sense to go here instead of for mitts rather than be really slow. Backtrack through TR is the other option for this.
Right.
As I said, hookshot for HUD. Axel just didn't know that there was a way to potentially bypass by getting the hookshot, but actually looks like he's just gonna go get his hookshot first. Huh. I don't think it's actually faster to go there and then back, but anyway. I don't know, it's tricky to say in timing, but I think it probably would have been best to just get mitts out of the first chest of swamp and then go use that to get your hookshot, but either works, I guess. Yeah. Argus, though, for TT is going to be in the crystal for him. Titus will just beat that a minute ago.
I think Cox is trying to figure out where he needs to go next, but if this was the case, I feel like Cox should start working towards
I think Cox just realized what he did. I think he realized he should have just stuck with should have just gone to Meyer, swamp there directly. Because that's what I was talking about, is he was checking the Meyer entrance and going to Meyer to going to swamp from there, because swamp is the desert left entrance. Or in the back of desert entrance, sorry, it would have been faster than going all the way back. Then taking whatever connector it is to take them to Death Mountain, going backwards through TR, and then getting to that hookshot to single dip swamp is probably slower than the swamp double dip. And I think Cux just realized that he should have just stayed. Whoops. Because you can single dip swamp here. It is possible for you to go backwards through TR, get your hookshot, and then go swamp palace and do it all in one trip. But since Cux is already in the Meyer area, it would be faster to get the
single dip it, remember? Titan's Mist was the first chest in Swamp. And you have to use the Titan's Mist to get the hookshot.
No, you can backtrack through TR Asper. It's
really
if you
backtracked, okay.
Oh, but Cux hasn't done the dam! Oh, that's a feels bad. It's the bigger issue. That's ouch. The dam is in the Dark World Death Mountain Ascension Cave, so you can go do that real quick, but this is just a painful time loss for FenceDashers. Hi, GT for Tito's. I did not catch what entrance that was.
That was in Turtle Rock's entrance.
Oh, fun. Oh, but this is a feels bad for Cucks, though, is that first he missed that, you can backtrack through a TR Esper, and it's just really darn slow.
Yeah, you can backtrack it.
If, like, from Cux's position, had he done the dam, it would have been faster to just go through, just do the double dip of Swamp when he was already there, but he forgot that A, it would have been faster, and then B, once he went back, realized, oh no, I don't have the dam set, because he hasn't been there yet. It's over by Bumper Cave here is where that is, or Bumper Ledge is where the dam is. So that's just that feels bad for Cux.
Yeah, reinterest will do that to you.
It will absolutely do that to you. Bunch of nothing on GT right side for Titos. But I assume Cux is gonna go make a third trip through Super Bunny Cave in 5 minutes to go do that. Is it one item behind GT Climb the Rook? I haven't quite tracked our drop down, so we'll have to know what our Pyramid drop down is. Let's see, GT DM room. I mean, have we seen Useless Fairy the Rook is the question, really? I don't remember if we have. Okay, we have seen Useless Fairy, so it must be one item then. Gotcha, thank you. GT Dark Magician room was useless for Titos. And okay, actually, yeah, Cux is just gonna backtrack through TR. I guess this backtrack isn't quite as painful since we did have the flute to get to this side of DM, but it's still a time loss. Just feels bad here. Okay, that was Useless Fairy Tank. Gotcha.
ET Chaos going through their ice cave through the back of the cemetery.
Yep. So this is going to be crystal number ER, so 4 for him. Where's Ahad going is the question here. If Meyer is dependent on Ice Rod as Gomu, that is right? That is correct, yes. We are guaranteed to need Ice Rod for Gomu. We might... And then it's a 50-50 as to whether it's Eastern or Ice or Meyer that's our final crystal, and if it's Meyer, we need the Meyer Big Key. Shovel, by the way, for Titos in the GT Rando room.
Are we full clearing GT right now?
We are.
This seems like to be a thing now that's going to happen for the seed, unfortunately.
I mean, we're running out of places for this Ice Rod.
Ice Rod and Big Key from Misery Mire, if it is a crystal.
Even if it's a pendant, we still need to find it somewhere.
Oh, naturally, yeah.
Ahad's about to find GT now, so that's going to be knowledge for FenceDashers as Cux picks up his hookshot finally. Bob's Chest, $5. That said, Cux is unfortunate. Looking at our current collection of boss icons marked off on our trackers, our teams in terms of progression fairly similar in items, but unfortunately Cux is several bosses behind, whereas Ahad is fairly tied with TT and Titos in terms of crystal counts. Yeah. Actually, Ahad has the same amount of crystals as Titos, but Cux is far fewer than TT does, so definitely giving the edge to TT right now, though do note that 2 of his 5 bosses he has beaten are pendants, technically. He is about to get his 3rd crystal. His 4th crystal, sorry, though.
Yeah, I feel like if, in this kind of position, as far as, the situation for Cux, I feel like we should, if you're far, a little bit behind and every check that you've done end up as either a dead end or somewhere close to that, it would not hurt to start mopping up the bosses that you have access to, or at least are capable of clearing at the very least to catch up.
I think
And
that's
that
what
would
he's doing now. Is Ahud is doing the GT for new checks for his team while Kux cleans up dungeons because he's going for Swamp now. Yes, the tracker for Kux needs to update the sword count. He is not on Fighter Sword. But yeah, Kux I think is just going to go beat dungeons. That's a really stupid spot for the GT for the Fire Piggy on Pile Room.
content. It's for the stream.
And Tito's is not climbing GT. He is going to leave those 4 checks behind for now.
I don't blame him. You got the big key for Misery Meyer. You might as well start making your start placing your bets on if Meyer is a crystal or not.
Still need a dice route though, but it could be on the GT climb. As he picks up his silvers. We don't know. I don't think anyone's quite tracked which exact drop down is behind GT. Let's see. We know. Let's see. Useless Pharaoh's at Sank apparently. Uncle was Vanilla. Ganon's in the Lost Woods. The Well was in Magic. Magic Bat himself is on the. Magic Bat himself is on the Lumberjack, which would be a really stupid spot for that ice round, by the way. If Magic Bat had it. Catfishes I don't think we've seen yet for TT, and is not it. Yeah, I think it's either Lost Woods drop or Lumberjack drop down would be Ganon then. We've seen the other. I know we've seen one of the two, just not sure which.
Oh, Misery Meyer is a crystal.
Okay, alright, then that's confirmed for Tito's side right now, because we can see the letter C in the top left corner of his screen. Yeah, you needed to do Tile Room today. Hopefully, HUD does that once he finishes the rest of the basement here in GT. Kux is doing left side swamp for the GT Big Key just in case, which it might be required. So this makes sense. We don't know yet, but there is there's 5 checks behind the GT climb, so this makes sense.
Right. 5 checks,
Because there's GT, the climb itself, the 4 checks there, plus whatever the drop down. The 1 item on the drop down. So yeah, 5 checks. It could also just be on it could be on Vidi. It could be on Armos Nights. We never found Saha.
Armos Nights. Man, I don't want that to be happening right now.
I'm not sure if Armos Nights or the Lumberjack drop down Magic Bat would be worse. There's a couple stupid spots left. I also have to wonder where Saha himself is, because we haven't found him, and we do have a green pendant off of Moldworm. Though Saha might be at Pyramid Fairy at this point, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he has to be. I think we kind of went through all the entrances that we has feasibly done, unless
we forgot something.
Unless Saha is at the little special shot that has the red shield from in the light world, which I'm pretty sure none of our runners have went to. Have they?
I don't remember if we've seen Waterfall Fairy entrance. I'm sure we have. So we did see Zora and somebody had flippers, so probably not, but yeah. But I think Saha is about the only major item location we haven't managed to locate. GT was the final dungeon to find. Good knowledge from Kux on their FenceDashers picks up a small key, and that is Vidi with nothing for Tito's. But a crystal is necessary, as Ahud is going to pick up that Meyer Big Key from Tile Room, which we know is required, so that's good for him. Now the question for Ahud really is, does he continue in GT for the climb?
Or since we don't need any other major item for Ganon's Tower, I feel like yes, because you clear it, get it out the way, and then do the other checks, and come up with Ice Rod. If you do, fantastic. If not, oh well, that's something that Cox can avoid doing.
Oh, never mind. Okay, GT Random Room Shovel was required because that's our Ice Rod on the shovel spot. Great, thanks! That's go vote for the Trinexx group and no vote for us.
Rando's gonna rando.
Yes, it is, and they have a definitive lead at this point. I had thought about it but decided to bail. Unfortunately, Cox is just too far behind on bosses, I think.
Yeah, it'll be Blue Trinexx group's race to lose on execution at this point.
Yeah, because Cox has only just picked up his second crystal. Ahad and Titos Ahad was titled Titos, but is about a mile behind in terms of a crystal count, and still needs to pick up that Ice Rod. TT is heading into GT now and is going to pick up that shovel shortly. No, I say shortly, but it's going to take him a couple minutes to run the random room and do tile room. So, got a couple items to pick up here in GT, but that'll be his go mode. Cox is. I'm trying to think where he's going.
Most likely doing Skullwoods.
Yeah, you're right, because that's Dark Sank.
Skullwoods and Ice Palace, yeah, because Ice Palace is the back of the cemetery.
Yeah, so doing the two together makes sense. Cleaning up dungeons, just unfortunately a bit too little too late. Oh, death for TT on the tile room. Because I was going to say, I don't think there was anything on the Skullwoods Bridge chest you want. Let's bail.
Oh,
And that is crystal number 7 for Tito's at just over the hour 30 mark. Just needs to go run over to the Lost Woods, and that'll be GG's here in a couple of minutes. Has silvers, butter, red mail, 634 rupees. He's fine. This will be a really quick cannon fight.
He's kitted out for sure. The only way to mess it up is for like lightning to strike his electrical pole,
have to be something
take out his
real
power.
life, yeah. Because he's not going to have issues with Ganon as TT gets his Meyer big, and that's mocked down for Cucks. Tito's has everything he could want for Ganon, basically. 13 hearts, red mail, butter, silvers. He's got cape, he's got the cane, so he doesn't have cape, not that it matters. Ganon's got some facts about, fun facts about insects today, it looks like.
Butter Sword is making quick work of these phases.
Yep. What sets the finish? What sets the win time? I need to look that up. It doesn't matter here, as Blue Trinexx Group is a solid lead on FenceDashers. But let me go find the rules again.
How to determine the winner between the two teams is the average time between the runners' finish, if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember that because it varies depending on co-op.
Yeah, between the two same teammates, the average time between the two.
Okay, thank you.
Others, yeah.
This mostly matters if like one team finishes first and fourth and the other second, third, which is not. But it doesn't matter here because that is going to be GG's here to Tito's. TT is not. There's a couple dungeons behind, but will be done in a little while. Because that is going to be GG's to Tito's. Going to finish out the seed with an official race time.gg time of 1:32:55.
Yeah, this seed is kind of rude. I'm not gonna lie.
This is kind of stuck, yeah. Don't quite remember what the average time is generally for co-op veterans, but this one's kind of. This one has. They've done most everything in the seed here. Like between our 4 runners, we saw just about everything.
Yeah, the only thing is left of a few one-off rooms. The good thing they found GT much sooner than trying to find it through Saha's closet or something like that.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah, unless something goes distinctly pear-shaped for DT, this should be a win for Blue Trinexx group going 2-0 in this best-of-3 series. They should be moving on to face Biumviret in round 2 of the playoffs. As well as, sadly, this will probably be the end of playoffs for FenceDashers this season, but this has been a good match to watch. Really interesting seed.
Yeah, they did pretty good. They made it to the playoffs, so no one can say that they did pretty terrible at all. Like, no, they get to the playoffs is a nightmare for the league.
For sure. They were the final wildcard spot in actually to make it to playoffs this season. They were they tied with Its Mitts in the Castle Tower division and ended up being the final wildcard spot after a little bit of some tiebreaker things, and they won 8-6 in the regular season, which ain't bad.
Yeah, that's a pretty good record right there.
And that is cold steer down for Cucks.
TT Chaos take out their Lamnos and get their silvers.
Yep. And HUD is now on Trinexx, having picked up the ice rod sometime during the past couple minutes, although I was not paying attention. HUD is going to finish before TT Chaos, at least. This will be a first, third, and second, fourth pair of set of finishes for our teams today. Unfortunately, Cucks is just too far behind TT. It has both Meyer, Desert, and TR to finish, while TT just has Meyer and TR.
Yeah.
Plus, HUD a couple minutes behind Tito's. We'll see about interviewing the Trinexx group once TT finishes, I think, is usually how this is done. We are on a 10-minute delayed note, so Tito's has been done for about 15 minutes. But here just needs to go to Meyer, which is I know. Never mind. HUD is finished Meyer. I'm just scatterbraiding, and that just needs to be marked off on the track because he's about to begin. Whoops. Trackers might need to update that. So there we go. It's a little further ahead of TT than I thought, but TT's not far behind either. Cucks finishing off Landrose to get his silvers, and that is crystal number ER, so that's 5 for him. Again, gonna be pretty quick. Again, fights for all of our runners. They've got minimum tempered for TT and Cucks. Got gold sword, silvers, blue mail, and plenty of safeties for HUD. So this will be fine. Did I just take a fall? I missed it.
I think so.
Oof. As I look away instantly, he was back in the last hits, which is a feels bad. For better or worse, it won't make the difference in this race, but he has to be wondering where TT is at. As Cox catches up on his dungeon progression. Running over to GT now. Forgot he hadn't done that yet, so he has to go spend a couple minutes here getting his shovel out of random room and getting that wire Mickey out of the tile room. TT has to get back to TR, which is going to take him a minute. He's going to take this connector to the floating island, which will get him over to East Dark Death Mountain, and then we'll put him over to Laser Bridge, as here's going to be GG's to Ahad with going to finish up the feed and take second in the race overall. Going to be first to finish from Team FenceDashers with an official race time.gg time of 1:39.41. And taking let's take a look at the internal text channel here, as TT is about to finish off Trinexx. Collection rate of 143 here for Tito's, which I feel like is kind of high for this mode relatively, though co-op tends to lower collection rates a fair bit, as Cux is now picked up that shovel, which will be his functional go mode technically now, as he's going to be able to pick up that Ice Rod, go beat Fire and TR, and then beat C tier. As TT's heading for Ganon. Should be a pretty quick fight. Temper instead of the gold sword that we've seen on the past two Ganon fights, but this won't take long.
Well, Ganon, he will take all your health.
Yes, he will. Thankfully, TT has health to spare, but he is the only runner who will finish this seat on green mail. Never did pick up either of those mail upgrades, so it does have to exercise a little bit of caution. Buck's getting bullied a little bit in the first room of Mire here, but let's get through it. And it's a final silver shot here for TT Chaos, who's going to finish up the seed. Here, third in the race, second for Blue Trinexx Group, and secure their spot in the next round of playoffs to face off against Team Bionveret with an official racetime.gg time of 1:43:41. GG's. I think we're going to go see if Titos and TT want to join us. We are on a 10-minute delay, so I think we might also see if Kux and HUD want to join us as well. So that might break something, but yeah. We are joined here now by both members of Team Blue Trinexx Group. GG.
GG's.
Good work on figuring out that seed, because I was like, there has not been an instance where GT was that far back and Titans Myths leading into the go mode. What was your thoughts initially on that seed?
The beginning was very chaotic in my opinion, because you had to go some connectors to find Bicky for Seastown. Behind Seastown is the hammer, then you had to drop there into the magic bed for Moon Pearl. We already know about the fire rod, and we had an issue on TT Chaos side that his game crashed, I think like 15 minutes in the game in.
He did, yeah.
This made us some kind of nervous that we can
Yeah,
travel around here.
Yeah, thankfully TT hadn't found anything really at that point. I think he had a couple of bottles and like the powder in his inventory according to the tracker on stream at that point. So it didn't much matter, but we were worried that he had lost more runners than that, but thankfully it's still pretty early. You guys didn't beat dungeons for a bit. That said, okay, Kux has finished off Meyer now on his stream, and I think we're gonna bring our runners from FenceDashers in. This is on a 10-minute delay, but we can interview him while he finishes up on stream. Yeah, the early game was an interesting one. We didn't. Yeah, alright, let's see though. Here, BMTD, GG's to Asclepios Rod and Kux of Team FenceDashers joining us now.
Thank you. GG's to
GG.
Vitos and Chaos.
GG's, also both of you.
So what were your initial thoughts on the seed when y'all first started off on it?
Well, it's kind of like at the start we were a bit struggling of like finding the progression was not even throughout the seed. Like at the beginning, Cox found more stuff, and then I found everything, so it was really uneven. I think that's the most thing.
Yeah, everything felt sporadic, and you definitely like. The thing that kind of made me a little bit upset was finding Titansmiths and Swamp, and then you have to go out of Swamp into the Smith chain, only to find out that the front part of Turtle Rock had hookshot.
Yeah, we thought that with Samaria earlier for Cox and maybe Keys, like if we had done the front of Turtle Rock from the back earlier would have really helped. But
yeah,
I was in there, but there was no fire rod for me and also no key, so we did the same.
okay.
Going for Swamp and taking the mids and finding the front of TR.
Yeah, because you couldn't get your fire rod for a while. You saw it early on the Lake Island, but you needed Moon Pearl, which was behind, just in the well on the Magic Bat, which is behind the Hammer and Blind Cell, and you needed then the Thievestown Big Key was kind of late too.
yeah.
I mean, it's a good seed for co-op. Alone, it would be a terrible seed to try to do.
Yeah,
I
for
feel
sure.
like yeah, this would have definitely been like a 210 seed if he was doing this alone. So if I'm not mistaken, Blue Trinexx group is going to be advancing in the brackets. Am I correct?
Yep, GG to them.
Yep.
Yes,
So,
that's correct.
well, we'll be your next. What y'all looking forward to for the next match?
I think the next match is also we know our opponents because of the seeding, so it
Yep.
should be. I don't know the name. I only know the runners. It's
Psyduck,
Yoshi's team.
Psyduck, yes.
Oh, is it?
Psyduck
Okay.
Rangers.
Because I forget how they seed the next round of turn brackets. I thought, but good luck on that. I might have misread the thing. But good luck to your next match.
Thank you. We will need it. So
Yeah.
strong runners there in the team.
Yeah, for sure. There's no easy opponents in playoffs. This was a really good race to watch. A lot of different things. Ahad and Kux, you guys got the flute early, while TT Chaos and Tito's got the boots early, which is interesting for different progression, like getting around the map.
The early boots made tracking so hard.
That's a good point. We underestimate the difficulty of tracking entrances with boots.
But they ain't no mistake though. Y'all did do excellent getting this far in the playoffs. Y'all plan on coming back to the league at some point, FenceDashers?
We'll see. We'll see what happens next year, but always up for a challenge. So furthest I've been so far, so happy about it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Getting to playoffs even on that alone is like not easy at all, especially in the open section for the league.
We were a bit lucky. We lost our tiebreaker, but the other team had to forfeit, so we made it by like the tiniest inch possible. So we'll take it, but
You put up a good show here. This was a good race to watch. It was very close for a lot of it. You had to go to a lot of places for a lot of things. And yeah, GG's also did Cox. It was now finished officially on the restream 150-16. But this was a good race to watch and a good. You guys went 8-6, which is not easy there. I saw in the regular season of HUD, so GG's. And yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any other questions unless you do.
Not from me. I don't know if the runners want to talk about anything else about the seed or about anything else.
I have a question. Did you climb in GT, or did you move along after finding the Maya Big and checked Maya?
yeah, moved along after seeing the Meyer Big, and then seeing I was about to do something else, and then I realized that Cox was moving towards Ganon's Tower, so I needed to check the shovel as quick as possible to know if he needed to go in render room. So
Right, yeah.
we got lucky on this because I was going to do something else. But how about you? Did you climb GT?
No. I was willing to climb, but TT told me no, don't do this, go for Meyer. You have the shovel, and yeah, went first for Meyer, then the shovel, and we knew we are in go mode.
But good luck for you guys in the next round.
Yes, good luck.
Thank you.
That'll do it for this race. If you're interested in looking into more speedrun in action, we do have the Link to the Past Randomizer League website that should still have our scheduling for the rest of the playoff matches. If it's not going to be any more today, then there's definitely going to be some more either tomorrow or within this week. So we do have a lot from the invitations as well as the open to finish up as far as playoffs goes. So if you want to take a look at that, tune into that.
Please also do give all 4 of our runners here a follow: TT Chaos, Tito, Asclepios, Rod, and Cox, as well as my co-com Esper and our 2 trackers, Daruk and Kif, for doing the tracking. Yes, there is one more. There's a couple open league matches tomorrow and a whole bunch of invitational matches. Restreams to be determined, but keep an eye out on the SpeedGaming channels for restreams. In the meantime, I think that'll be it here for us. Thanks for watching all, and see you next time.